welcome back into the kitchen. Hopefully, you've been doing some meals, preparing some meals for your family, and you'll find that they love you for that, and the meals are much healthier than going out and getting meals. We are carnivorous beings, we're human beings, and we eat meat. But you don't have to have meat at every meal. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to make lunch. The lunch is going to include a gourmet salad and grown-up grilled cheese sandwich. You don't have to find a lot of different ingredients. They're pretty simple to find in the grocery store. And actually, this only takes a few minutes to make. So from preparation to table, there's not a lot of time in between those two things. So what we're going to do, we're going to get that started. Hopefully you're ready to make this meal for your family. They're going to love you for it. It's a delicious meal, and I guarantee you, you're not going to miss the meat once the meal is over. So if you're ready to get started, let's go. And we are ready to make a gourmet salad. As you can see here, we have all of our ingredients ready for our gourmet salad. You'll see here we have carrots, we have broccoli, we have some thinly sliced red onions, we have 2 Roma tomatoes, they're pretty small, and then we have 1 cucumber. 1 I left the skin on, 1 I took the skin off, and then we have about a cup of unsalted peanuts, and that's going to give it a nice crunch. And if you were craving some meat, you'll get some protein from the peanuts. So we'll start here. If you're going to do this for your family, and you know we're not going out now, and you could make it for your family, make it as fancy as you like. This is, if you didn't know, actually this is a cake cover, but it also doubles as a serving bowl. And doesn't that look pretty? I love that. So what we'll do, we have a mix of baby greens. The baby greens are, when it says baby, that means that the greens are not fully grown. They're really tender when they're small. I got these from the grocery store. You can get them from any grocery store where they're selling lettuce. I brought these from the store because I do have a garden, and I usually like to use the greens from my garden because they are organically grown. I don't put any pesticides or anything on it. If any bugs or anything gets on there, I do everything organically, so we don't have any pesticides on it. This mix of greens has romaine, chard, mizuna, radicchio, red leaf, green leaf, oak leaf, arugula, has some spinach in there, has some butter, lettuce, and it also has some kale. Those are the kind of things that I usually grow in my garden, but I didn't get a chance to get that going this year yet, so I had to go to the store and get the ones that they already had. So if you do have a patch of land somewhere on your property and you want to start a little garden, actually the vegetables are much fresher, they taste better, and you know that there aren't any pesticides or anything on it, so they're much healthier for us as well. So what we'll do, we'll get started. This is pretty simple. All you do pretty much is kind of just throw everything into the bowl, and then we'll just mix it in. So what we're going to do, we'll put our greens into our nice bowl here. And then we'll put our cucumbers in there. And we'll put the ones that have the skin on them as well. This salad is going to be so very colorful once it's done. It's going to cause you to want to eat it, whether you wanted to eat a salad or not. So we'll put our broccoli in there. And this salad will make enough to feed several people, matter of fact. It's a lot of greens in here. So we'll put our carrots in there. Those are baby carrots as well. It's about a cup there. We'll put our Roma tomatoes. There were 2 small Roma tomatoes. And we'll put our red onions. This is about just a little less than half of 1 red onion. And we'll put our peanuts in here. Once that's all done, oh, those red onions, they smell really good. Once you get this all together, all you have to do is really just toss the salad to get everything all mixed together. And once it's all done and it's time to serve your lunch, you could just take the salad and just place it in the bowl or on the plate, wherever you're gonna serve it. And actually, it's up to you whether you want to put the salad dressing on it right now. You can put the salad dressing on it right now and toss it, or you could just wait. If you have different types of salad dressing that you'd like to give your guest or your family, you could just give them the option of picking which dressing they want. And so that's pretty much it. If you got a hand and you know how to cut a couple things, you can make a salad like this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna actually sit it in the refrigerator until we get our next item done. And then when we get done with that, we'll come back and we'll just get that all put together and a presentation that I know you're going to enjoy. And now we are ready to make our grown-up grilled cheese sandwich. What we'll be using today is 6 ounces of shredded Gruyere cheese. This cheese is actually a Swiss cheese. Doesn't have any holes in it. And the Gruyere cheese we're using today is an apple smoked Gruyere. It is very delicious. It's extra melty. The apple smoked Gruyere has a really, really nice sweet taste to it. So we're going to use 3 ounces of apple smoked Gruyere. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of thyme leaves. And those are dried thyme leaves, but if you want to use fresh, you can do that. We're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And the last ingredient, we're going to use 4 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. I'm using honey Dijon mustard. So 4 teaspoons, if you do your math, actually it comes out to 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon. And those are the ingredients that you need. So we'll put those ingredients together and mix that all up. Get them all mixed up together with that cheese. If you can't find Gruyere cheese in the grocery store, you can use other types of cheese, but remember, we're trying to make this a grown-up grilled cheese, so it has a much different flavor than your normal cheddar cheese type grilled cheese sandwich. So once this is all mixed together, what we're going to do, we're going to place it on our bread. We are using today Italian bread. So you'll take your Italian bread and we'll lay them out. And this recipe makes 4 sandwiches. So if you have a family of 4, there you go. So you'll take your sandwich, your bread, I'm sorry, and we're just going to spread our filling onto the bread, just on one side. And this cheese is really melty, so it's not going to take long for you to get a nice sandwich. And if you're making for your family and they're watching you, make sure everybody gets the same amount of cheese because you don't want to get on anybody's bad list. So we're doing this, get that all spread out. And we're almost there. This is a very, very simple and quick recipe to make. And as I stated earlier, you may want to just use this as a light dinner, or it looks like we need to spread this around a little bit more. Let's see. Take a little bit off of this one, put it there, because we want everybody to get their amount of cheese. So we'll spread it out really nicely. Now you can do this in an electric skillet. You could do it in your skillet on the stove. It doesn't matter. The reason why I use an electric skillet is just so you'll be able to see me doing this on my counter. Usually I probably would just take out my nice black cast iron skillet and do it there. Okay, so we've got that all spread out. And we'll put the other bread on top because we're almost ready to put it on the fire. So we've got that, and you're not going to have to put any like butter. You can use the spray. And I have the butter flavored Pam, so you'll just spray the top of it. And this is what's going to give you a nice golden brown color on top. So you spray that, and then what we're going to do, we're going to put this on the griddle. So we'll move this out of the way, and we'll bring this griddle over here so you can see it. And we have the heat set on medium high, and it's only going to take a few minutes for this to, so once you put the spray on the top, you want to put that side down on the griddle. And once you put that side down, we want to put that side down on the griddle. And I can kind of hear it. So once that is down on that side, you will want to spray the top because we're going to have to turn it over. So while it's in the pan like this, we can just give it a little spray. Okay, and while that's cooking, we'll find a spatula here. So what you're going to do, you'll let that cook on one side for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes, so we want to flip this over on the other side. And you'll see that's looking really nice and golden brown. So we'll turn this over, give it a little pat, because we're trying to make sure the cheese gets melted on the inside. And we'll let that cook as well on its side for 2 to 3 minutes. So it's been 2 or 3 minutes, so we want to take these off the grill. Put them in a plate. And we will be calling the family in a few minutes, just as soon as we get our salad and our grown-up grilled cheese sandwich together. Well, there you have it. Our lunch without any meat. I hope you enjoyed our cooking session today, making our gourmet salad and our grown-up grilled cheese sandwich. Get in that kitchen, take care of your family, and I guarantee you they'll ask you to make this again. When you're eating your greens, you can have any type of dressing that you like or your family likes, or some people only like salt and pepper. Whatever it is, always, always, always just make it your recipe. Shout out to my Safe House family, and I hope to see you next time. Gary, lunchtime.